Well, this Sunday, Todd Gurley scored a touchdown when he said he was trying to stop just short of the goal line. Well, he did not, Kevin. So Atlanta was trying to run out the clock to beat the Lions. Instead, Detroit scored the game-winning touchdown as time expired. Now, since 2006, the Falcons are the only team with 3 losses in a season with a win probability of at least 98%. Now, we have Monday Night Football's Louis Riddick joining SportsCenter Live with us now for more on the Falcons. Now, the NFL trade deadline is next Tuesday. Matt Ryan has said he does not want to be traded. But what could the rest of the season mean for his future in Atlanta, Louis?
Well, I think what it means is, look, he's just going to need to play out the streak here. You're right. He doesn't want to be traded. He's not going to be traded. His contract is too prohibitive from a salary cap standpoint. They couldn't do that right now. And they don't have anyone on the roster really as far as a succession plan at quarterback. And with Matt just being 35 years old, I think he has 1 or 2 years left still in Atlanta before they could actually move on from him if they wanted to. So I think he's just going to have to play out the streak. Look, the problem in Atlanta is much bigger than Matt Ryan. It really is. I think from a coaching staff perspective, they have had some serious, mismanagement on that side of it in terms of how they have changed over coordinators multiple times under Dan Quinn. I think on the defensive side of the ball, they have missed badly as far as trying to upgrade the defensive line in particular. The secondary has been poor. They have had a bad string of luck as far as injuries are concerned. There's a whole litany of problems outside of Matt Ryan. So I think for him, and with them looking at him, they just need to stay the course with him for right now and address all these other issues as quickly as they can as soon as this season is over. And they've got a lot of work to do.
All right, Louis, don't go too far. You'll be back talking what Cam Newton needs to do in keeping that starting job with the Patriots. Thanks so much.
Ashley, how about this story in baseball? 34 years after they fired him, Tony La Russa is back with the White Sox. The 76-year-old Hall of Famer was named the new manager of the team where he got his start in the dugout. La Russa takes over a squad that is loaded with young potential stars. He said he had other offers, but this was too good to pass up.
I think all managers would understand this. I think everybody would understand this. How rare it is to get an opportunity to manage a team that's this talented and this close to winning. Most of the time, your chances are the opposite. So the combination of looking forward to getting back down there and checking myself, to have the energy and all that stuff, and the White Sox making the call with a chance to win sooner rather than later. I'm excited that they made that choice and looking forward to what's ahead.
Been 9 years since he last managed a game, but how about the resume? 3 World Series titles with the Cardinals and A's. He's the 4th manager to win World Series with multiple clubs. Nobody's done it with 3. 3rd all-time in wins, will likely move to 2nd next year, and he'll join Connie Mack as the only 2 to manage in 6 decades. Tony and Mike, PTI on La Russa coming back.
All right, Wilbon, how would you sell the hiring of Tony La Russa to the young players on the White Sox?
How would I sell it? It's a get off my lawn situation. That's what it is. Because I would say to that lineup, the guys in that lineup, and by the way, Tony, I know that the world isn't so familiar with the White Sox lineup. I am. I pay some attention, though not as much as the Cubs. But Tim Anderson, Moncada, Abreu, Jimenez, Luis Robert, just a fabulous young talent. Grandal behind the plate. The White Sox have a lineup. They were on like a 95-win pace. But, Tony, they got in the playoffs. They won game 1. They went out in the next 2. Okay. But Tony La Russa, boys, young men, Tony La Russa has been to the World Series 6 times. He's won 3 of them. So you're going to listen to him because you haven't won jack. And if you don't like to listen to him, get out. We can replace you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, so my feeling is that when you invite all the players back to the clubhouse and you invite Tony La Russa to address them, he comes in wearing 3 World Series rings, which he has won. And he says, Eddie, you got any rings? Because you don't have any rings. These are the rings. This is what we play for. The analogy, the notion, I'm an old man, so I'm rooting for an old man. But to me, Tony La Russa is the baseball equivalent of Pat Riley in basketball. You don't think Pat Riley could coach? You don't think Pat Riley could take over a team right now and coach? He goes to every single game. He knows what he's doing. La Russa stayed in baseball. He knows what he's doing.
Tony, you mentioned the rings. Pat Riley once did that. I'm not sure if it was for LeBron or not. It must have been during a recruiting effort. And he takes the rings out of a bag and pours them on the table. It says, what are you wearing? All right? So this is real easy. I mean, you can be old school, and you don't have to give in to every trend in the world. And if you hire Tony La Russa, that's what you're announcing anyway. So I hope Jerry Reinsdorf sells it hard. That's it. We're done. Back to you.
A scary good matchup on Halloween night, as the Buckeyes creep into Happy Valley under a full moon. Get ready for chills on Saturday Night Football.
Cannot wait in prime time. If the recent history holds, we could be in store for another classic after they trailed for most of the game in 2016. Penn State's Grant Haley returned the block kick back for the winning score. That was Urban Meyer's first road loss at Ohio State. In their next meeting, number 6 Ohio State trailed by as many as 18 points, but J.T. Barrett connected on 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to give the Buckeyes their largest come-from-behind win since 1989. 2018, in front of the largest crowd in Beaver Stadium history. The whiteout, the Nittany Lions, let another lead get away. Dwayne Haskins threw 2 touchdown passes in the final 7 minutes as the Buckeyes wiped out a 12-point deficit in the fourth quarter to win again. And a year ago, Ohio State's closest regular season game, they were tested by Penn State, but eventually held them off behind 157 yards from J.K. Dobbins as they won their 3rd straight in the series. As we get ready, let's go. Sound up.
My eyes are on the prize, yeah.
We want to beat Ohio State. We got a lot of respect for Ohio State. It's a great opportunity for our program.
Had to fight for the right. Now I'm ready.
Anytime you play Penn State, there's a lot on the line.
Everything's at stake in this game. Every time we play them, it's gone down to the wire.
I'm never going to see my team as somebody who's lesser than another team.
Fields sends it deep down the field for Wilson. Got it! Touchdown!
I felt like I managed the game well. We really just want to keep building on that momentum.
As long as we give him time, he can light up the field.
Fields now takes off running to the 10. Fields to the 5. Fields spins and gets to the end zone.
I'm feeling it.
We know how talented he is. We got a lot of respect for him.
The team who wins this game puts himself in the driver's seat to be in the conference championship.
We have just as much of a chance to make the college football playoff and win the Big Ten as them.
Cannot wait. ABC Primetime for much more. Let's bring in Joey Galloway. And after last weekend's heartbreak.